of the people get sober today. Mostly everybody dies from alcoholism. Back in 1932 to 39, 80 to 100% of them um, got sober and stayed sober. And why is that? Because they did this 12-step process. But today, nobody does the 12-step process. They're all in there fooling around, and nobody teaches anybody how to do it. So if you're moving around a lot in this meeting, we turn your camera off so that it's not distracting, because it's a class. So here we uh, we take everybody through the 12-step process, and and everybody gets well here. Check this out. We've had over um, 30,000 people come to this meeting. Yep. 1,000 people have done the entire 12-step process with us and stayed sober. We have 100 new people every week. Like today, we have one, two, three, four, probably five other Zoom bombers. Six. We probably have seven, maybe 12 people that are new here today, five of whom we kicked out, that were bombers, teenagers who blow meetings on. We have 200 people that regularly come to the meeting and who work through the 12-step process. So if you are new to AA, or you are here and you want to get sober and you want to do this process, um, our recommendation to you is come for 5 days, which would be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. See how you like it, and then we will put you to work. Um, we will give you some reading assignments, writing assignments, and get you going on this process. So it's kind of cool that way. What happens is people get well here, and they go, "Wow, this whole thing changed everything." And that's kind of what happened to me. I had 11 years sober, and my life was not working out very well. I had a sponsor who said, "Look, I have," Tom D was his name. He said, "I have a meeting on Wednesday nights. Why don't you come to my house and we'll take you through the steps in the program, see if you feel better." Well, I went there for about a month and a half, and everything changed. Everything. My life completely turned around. I went through the entire 12-step process in that group. And that's pretty much what we do right here. This is it's an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting where we hand deliver to you the AA program. It's a 12-step process. How teaches you, check it out, teaches you how to live your life without drinking. And also in the process, you become sane. Sanity returns. Everything starts to work out. Um, so when I first came to AA, I had I had lost everything. In my 20s, I grew up in ostensibly what would be called, he's from a good family. Um, so I had a job, had a house, had a wife, had kids, had a pickup truck, had a Jeep, had some horses, had land, and I was making money hand over fist as a 22-year-old. And then I started drinking and taking drugs. We were talking about that earlier here. I used to eat Dexedrine and drink prescription Dexies, Jeff, and I would drink some vodka and work at night doing tech stuff, magazine stuff, editing, writing, drink some beers, and then before you know it, one day my wife left. We were married for like 3 years. She leaves me a message. Jan, I've left. I've taken the Volkswagen and some money out of the bank account. You're an asshole. I'm leaving. Took the kids. It was like, what? What? Me? And so that was that. And then after that, I went even further to pieces. I had some wisdom teeth out earlier, and I was in a lot of pain. There were bone chips left in there, so I had to go back a month or two later and have it fixed up, but I didn't know what had happened. So I was going crazy, and I was taking narcotics to keep the pain away. And by that time, it changed my personality so much that I was acting out. So, in the process of that year, 1971, I lost the house, the land, the horses, the jeeps, the cars, lost all my money, lost my business, which at the time was publishing a magazine, and I was producing concerts. You know how they produce concerts now, festivals and that kind of thing. I'd gone to Woodstock the year before, so I decided when I came home, I thought I could put on concerts like that, and I did. And I started make a bunch of money in a weekend. Like back in 1970 or 69, if you took home $200,000 from a one-day weekend gig, that was a lot of money. It was also cash because nobody had credit cards, you know. So I was kind of flying high, and then more ways than one. And then we had some friends who were dope dealers in Boulder, so we would finance them, and they'd come here and buy and sell marijuana. That was good until they got arrested and went to prison. Of course, I didn't go, but that was that. I eventually moved to Boulder like 3 years later, as Boulder was where I found AA. But at that point, I was living in Connecticut in a small town, um, and so it's one of those stories of, you know, riches to rags. That was me. And I thought, you know, previous to that, I had already been to an alcohol treatment center. Um, I think I was 20. What was I in 69? I was 20, I was 23. And previous to that, in 1965 or 66, I went to my first alcohol treatment center. And I went there because um, I got really, really drunk one night, and with some friends, we were skiing, and we stole a truck, which was a family truck, and knocked down everything in sight. And got the cops pulled us over, and I got sent to the emergency room for a psychological evaluation. A psych eval is what they call it today. And they slammed me right in the alcoholic ward of the Newtown Danbury State Hospital in Newtown, Connecticut. Oh, Ron would probably be familiar with it. And where so I had to see a psychiatrist twice a week, and they pronounced me with the Al-Anon handshake. We think you are an alcoholic and you'll never be able to drink normally again. Diagnosed with acute alcoholism at age 18, had my 19th birthday in there. And then after that, I went to live with some neighbors who were alcoholics, and they said, "Your problem is you drink like a kid. If you drank like us, we drink at 5 o'clock every day. Just just moderate your drinking." So I did that, except when they weren't around, and then I just drank everything in the house. Um, After that, I went to school. I went to college. I thought this will fix everything. So I went to college between 60 Went to prep school for 65 to get myself prepared for college. I got to college, went there for 3 years, did really well, except I was drunk all the time. And I met everybody who was in all the dorms that were heavy drinkers, and they would be like, "Oh, we like him. He drinks like us." And that was that. I thought, no, I don't want to drink. I don't want to become an alcoholic. I'm like, no, no, no. But it was true. I couldn't, as they say in the big book, I couldn't wish it away. It was just, you know, I couldn't change my stripes. Um, and then after that, I got married to a local girl, and that was a disaster for 3 years because of my behavior and my drinking. It was like when I was drinking or taking drugs, I was kind of a mess. But when I would come down from all of that, I was even worse. So by 1971, 72, I pretty much was washed up. I had lost everything. I mean, it took, it took me about a year to make my way through, um, you know, 50 acres of land, a big log house, cars, all money, everything. I was going, I think I had a couple $100, and that was it. And I had a friend, a girlfriend, who she was living in a hippie commune, and she was going to go to school in England, and I said, I'll go with you. And she said, oh, great. So I got a passport, got an airplane ticket, and flew to England. No job, no nothing. Um, $200 in my pocket. And when we got there, I got a job in a bar. Of course, where else would you get a job? And I worked there for a while, and then that relationship lasted about 2 months, and I got kicked out. So then I called up to London to a couple of newspapers and to see if I could get a job. And one newspaper said, "You will come on up, we'll talk to you. We're interested." So I went to London, got a job at a publication called International Times. They hired me. Um, I could sell. So they said, if you can sell ads, you know, we'll pay you £5 a week plus commission. And I just sold the crap out of it, and I was back in business. Had a place to live. Jeff had was selling, and then I was drinking, and that just went on until I would get fired, and I went to Scotland, got a job there at the university. Same thing. They thought this guy knows about publishing. He's American. Uh, we need one of these. They hired me and eventually fired me within 4 or 5 months. And I don't remember a lot of what happened in Great Britain over those 3 years, be up until 1974, except I would always have a lot of promise in every job, and I would do very, very well. And I would make some money, except the drinking and the drug use would get in the way. And, I would get, I don't know if any of you ever had that, but I'd get one of these, be like, this guy just fucking drinks too much. And my answer to that would be, everybody here drinks. And they'd say, yes, but not the way you do. And I mean, it's hard if you're working in an office with a bunch of alcoholics and they fire you. Like, what? What? He did. What the hell is, okay, fine, I'll just get another job. And that's exactly what we do, right? I'll just get another one. I'm drinking water. So anyway, I my visa had run out. I had to leave the country, and so I got in an airplane and ended up in Boulder, Colorado, where I got another job in another newspaper, and got immediately fired in 1974. Another one of those kind of, this guy's great, he can sell, he can write, and then I thought I was doing really well here. And they say, you are, but here's your check. And I'd be like, why are you firing me? They said, well, nobody can stand to be around you. And one of the problems is you drink too much. I was like, everybody here drinks. And I'm like, we do, but not the way you do. It's the story of my fucking life. So I said, well, fuck you. I'll know how to fix this. I will write a book on bars. So I wrote a book on bars in Boulder, got some financing for it, a couple $1,000s, and it was an immediate hit called The Book of Boulder Bar and Restaurant Hopping. Came out and in the first 2 weeks sold 10,000 copies and ended up on the front page of the Denver Post. And Paul Harvey picked it up in his newscast in Chicago. And the headline was, author of Boulder Bar Book goes to AA. And I had just started going to AA. And so I go to my AA meeting and I pass out, say, well, you guys, here's some free copies of the book. And they look at me and they go, Jen, you realize that none of us drink anymore, so we really don't need a bar hopping book. I'd be like, oh, okay. And they said, also, you're on the front page of the of the Denver Post, Sunday edition, said, have you noticed it's called Alcoholics Anonymous? And I was like, oh, missed it entirely. But they were good guys. They thought it was hysterical. It's not like we haven't done really dumb things. And here's our dumb new guy who just showed up here. Anyways, I started going to AA. One of the reasons I went was I couldn't get sober in order to finish writing the book. So I had a, brilliant idea, genius. I'll go to AA, get sober. I'll be able to finish the book. And because every time I go into a bar and they'd say, "Oh, Jann S is here. He's going to review us in his bar book," and they would just ply me with alcohol, and for 6 months I drank for free, and then I made a bunch of money after that, where I completely drank myself right into the ground. I mean, it went from bad to worse. Um, I mean, hospitalized, all of it, and it took me 3 years going to AA to finally sober up. I started going in February of 75, and I finally got sober um, after numerous, I could never get sober. So it's just another bout of alcohol and drugs. I finally got sober actually on this day, 1977. So here's my chip. Check this out. That's my 47, 40, 47 year chip. And there's a lot more to this story. Yeah, you can applaud. Go ahead. Yeah, here we go. Ready? Everybody can unmute. Now here we go. Let's say unmute. Allow participants to unmute. Okay, ready? One, two, three.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
and
dear
dog.
Happy
dog.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Thank you.
Yes,
And
yes,
Yay.
many
indeed.
We love you so
more.
much and appreciate you so much, Jen.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
right.
Woo, woo,
Happy
woo, woo.
birthday. You're the best.
You're welcome. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. And all that. No, no. Here's my friend Mike. Mike brought over my chip. Mike's got 24 years. 24 years. So he came
Hi,
over today.
Mike. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike. uh, yeah, thank you. Um, yeah, that's kind of my story. And you know, it's great. And I love being here with you guys. It's a perfect meeting for me. Help people out, get sober and everything. So we could go around the room and you guys can, enough about me. You can let's hear, don't say it. Let's hear what you think about me. No, that's a joke. Okay. No,
Jan,
you could what?
Aaron Alcoholic, I just want to say you have changed my life in the last 2.5 months. I appreciate you more than you could possibly even fathom. You are living proof, a perfect example of what this program can do in your life. And the fact that you give back consistently each and every day to all of us means so much to me. I love you with all my heart. You mean a lot to me. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I tell you something. I love you too, even though you're from Oregon and you have the University of Oregon's hat on. I like you too. And do you know that I did talk radio and talk television for years, so it kind of lended itself to Zoom when Zoom got going, and then I don't really have anything to do anymore. I mean, I'm mostly retired, and we do I we do have some we do have some customers. Aaron was here a little earlier working on stuff, but so this is completely natural for me to carry on the meeting that my sponsor brought to me, which was how to do the Alcoholics Anonymous program and stay sober. That part is huge. And I know, Aaron, you've had quite, I mean, most people that come to this meeting pretty well got the hell kicked out of them. So it's easier when we come here to get going on things and, work. Let's hear from Julie. Julie.
Hi, Julie, alcoholic. And yes, congratulations, Jan. You are you're helping so many people, and I'm just so grateful I found this group.
Yeah, tell us what happened to you. You found this meeting 6.5 years? No, whenever you found it, 2 years ago, I guess, huh?
Yeah, yeah, I found it 2 years ago, and I I had kind of stepped out of the program after my nephew passed away from fentanyl poisoning, and I just kind of lost my way, but I stayed sober somehow. And then I kind of woke up one day and realized I needed to get back into the steps and to find a meeting. And that's when I found this meeting as a workshop. It's been great to have a meeting available every day and to work the steps and to be of service.
And Julie and her partner Richard came over Christmas Day, made dinner. We had a vegan. It was a vegan Christmas. And was that fun? You ever have vegan turkey?
I have, yes.
Yeah, well, it was good. And no,
That
but
was fun.
so it was really nice to have some two people from this group come over, but also just to come and hang out and do what we do. Excellent. Okay. Glad you're here. So Richard, not
Thank
Richard,
you.
but Jeff, how about you?
Yes, Jeff, Alcoholic, South Florida. Oh, I'm so glad I was here for that. I really enjoyed hearing what you're sharing on it because I have to leave a few minutes early today, but for another meeting I chair. But yeah, and it's so clear. You were successful, but we lose everything in alcohol. We lose our standing, we lose our money, lose everything. We just can't keep anything. I mean, I hope more people hear that. You know, you had a list like this, and then you had nothing, and but you're always able to come back somehow, but then your own alcoholic mind sabotage you. I hear you. It's wow.
Over
We're
and
in the right
over
place.
again. Yeah.
Over and over again, right? You weren't just, well, I had some bad luck in that town, but I moved on. Hey, that didn't happen again. No, we take ourselves with us. I have to, yeah, yeah,
True, I know. Yeah, that's very, very true. And for those people that think it can't happen to me, I'm telling you, it happened to me so fast,
yes,
make your head spin. You'd be like, how the hell did I end up on the street? How did this happen?
oh yeah.
I'm couch surfing, aren't I? That's right. You don't live here. You're sleeping on our couch. Oh my, that's pretty funny. Okay, Rebecca, how about you?
Hi, Jan. Congratulations. I'm sorry I couldn't unmute earlier.
Okay.
Gosh, you have given us me. All I can speak for is me, but I think the feeling is mutual with this group here and this program you give us out of the goodness and for yourself as well, 12 step, and you doing the steps as well. Just thank you so much. And it's true, when you were talking about, yeah, you did the work, you were a professional, you went in, you did a great job, but heck, rules don't apply to us alcoholics, right? We can drink, but everyone else is drinking, but somehow with self-will, we just are in denial and we get our asses kicked. Yeah. Thank you,
Yeah.
Jan.
Hey, you're welcome. Mike, you want to talk here? I'll call in Mike. Yep. Yes, you do. Do it. Go.
Well, just good luck and don't drink. I like what it says on Jan's chip. Better than what it says on the front. Rarely have we seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed our path. So don't pick up that first drink, go to meetings, work your steps, and pass it on.
What do you think
Good
of
luck.
me?
I think you're awesome, Jan. Thank you.
Is that right?
I think it's really something that you spend all this time helping all these people.
I knew you. I knew Mike when you were drinking really hard. Talk about that. That was
I didn't want to go back there, Jan. Thank you.
all right, thanks, Mike.
Good luck.
Yep.
Thanks for being here.
It's one of
Thanks for letting me into it.
one of the few friends I have here, and for real, I have you guys. And AA is an interesting community. Some places it can be very connected, and other places disconnected. It's kind of, the nice part about this is we're all in equal squares. Harry Berto, how about you?
I just want to say congratulations and thank you for guiding me and sponsoring me because when I first got out of the hospital, if I went back to drinking, I would have died. I would have died. And even though you're older than me, I can relate to you because I was also in the entertainment business, and that happens a lot with being around rock stars and stuff like that, drinking and dope and all that stuff. I mean, it happens a lot. Happens to a lot of them. So I mean, yeah, I just thank you. I don't know what to say.
Oh no, thank you. Yeah. You know, when I lived in London, I lived in a I had, and I was working at International Times. I lived with Jimi Hendrix and Mark Bolan from T-Rex, and they both died from drug overdoses. And then Jim Morrison had just died too in Paris, and I was like, "What the hell?" And all people that I knew, I was 26 or so years old at the time, and they said, "Well, Jen, we're all going to die before we're 30. That's the whole deal. We don't plan." So Jim Morrison had written this book called No One Gets Out of Here Alive, which was about death before 30. And for some reason I had something going on inside my head that said, "Well, this is fucked. These people all want to die before they're 30." That's when I left. I was like, this may be crazy, but that's when I started going to AA. I got back to the United States in the summer of '74, and by that winter I was in AA. But there was a part inside of me that did not want to die. I was watching everybody around. They were intent on dying. I thought, this seems kind of fucked up because I'm, you know, I wasn't really happy that I was drinking and drugging myself to death. I certainly didn't have that as an end game, oh, I'll just kill myself with everybody else. It was like, no. Let's go to, hey, Joe in Boston. How about you?
I am good. How are you? Well, I know how you are. I very much enjoyed hearing you share. I know bits and pieces of your story, but I didn't know it all. Well, I still don't know it all, but I feel like I know it all. It was very good. And I love this meeting. I think I have missed 2 days since I started, including last night. But I really love the format of this meeting. And one thing that I don't think I've ever shared with anybody was that I've been resistant to come back to AA after I slipped, because one of the reasons that I left was I lost a sponsor due to she was taking care of an ailing parent, which I completely understand, especially if you knew what I did for work. But then she kept adding people to sponsor, and then I wasn't available the days she was, and she said I wasn't putting in enough effort, and it was so frustrating. But I can't blame her for going out of the program, but I sort of had it on a back burner for a little while. When I did go back, it was still on me. I completely know that.
Yeah,
But I did take it personally. And with that, I am done. If you were about to hang up on me, or
no, I'm not hanging up on you. But I was going to say, we just, I'm glad you're here. And yeah, sometimes I give you a hard time, but it's sort of like all in
yeah,
good faith. You're a fun girl, and so whenever I poke fun, you sort of laugh it off. No, we try not to blow people up here too much. Um, it's like keep the door open. Everybody's always welcome back. Everybody's always welcome to be here. There's just a lot of hard work to do because it's like that thing about Cat Friday. Why we have Cat Friday is it's the only day you can talk about your cat rather than every other day and likes it. So, and I'm glad you're here.
thank you.
The hell was that?
Well, we're all glad you're here.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Stacy, how about you?
Hey, it's Stacy, alcoholic. I tend to not talk so much in this meeting, but I love hearing your story. And the similarities to my story is just, it's really interesting to me how everybody's stories are always a little bit similar. Um, but yeah, I've been coming here for, I think, 6 months, close to 6 months. And I come every day and I love it. And it's helped me so much. And I love listening to you. You remind me of my dad. You're funny. You're just silly. And that's a great thing. So, and you be serious when it's needed, which is the other great thing.
Yeah,
So that's cool. You're
yeah,
doing a great job.
we don't let people call me uncle or daddy here because that would be too fucking weird. So that's why
Yeah.
we have Jan Dog because
Okay.
seems to fit much better. Where is there's Rebecca. Hey, Andrea. Oh no, no, wait. Where is she here? Yeah, Andrea. Hey, how are you? How about you? I know you keep coming. You're doing so well. If you can unmute, here you go. There you go.
Hi. No, I'm happy to be here and I'm proud of you for the 48 years and just keep going, doing what you're doing, teaching us the right way, you know, and I'm glad to be here. And I
Okay,
did my writing assignment.
well, that's good. What was it?
Read the preface of the fourth edition and then write, I wrote out like 6 or 7 takeaways.
Okay, hit us up. What do you got?
All right, let me see. The first edition of the big book was published in 1939. The second edition was published in 1955. The third edition was published in 1976. There have been strong restraint against and huge changes to the big book. In the second printing of the first edition, the spiritual experience in the appendix. In the second edition, the appendices on AA tradition, the medical review and religious view of AA, the Lasker Award, and information on how to contact AA were added to the appendix on the Alcoholic Foundation was dropped. But one immense change was in the personal stories, which was expanded to show how the fellowship was growing. Bill's story, Dr. Bob's nightmare, and one other story was still intact. In the different sections of personal stories, there were new ones added. Some stories were left unchanged and carried over the next edition. In the fourth edition, included the 12 concepts for world service and revisions of the 3 parts of the
Hey,
personal.
wait, stop right there.
I've
So
been,
what did you get out of it over personally?
I got a lot. Just that when they were written, what the changes were, and that to show that the big book, what the big book offers and the program, and it's offered to you if you're considering yourself an alcoholic.
Well, this is good. I'm glad you're here and keeping you off the street, huh? As they say, AA keeps us off the street.
Yeah.
All right, listen. Oh, so for tomorrow, read the doctor's opinion. Same thing, 5 takeaways on the doctor's opinion, how it affects
Okay.
you personally. Okay, doctor's opinion for tomorrow. Perfect. Okay, Lisa, how about you? Go.
Quickly, congratulations on your 47 years and happy birthday, all that good stuff. Lisa, alcoholic from Cleveland, 139 days. Have a past or a few histories of DUIs and along the way I've
Are you
tried
working on those DUIs right now?
working on closing one, yes.
You
How
are
about that?
okay. Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay. What are you? Are you still? Are you on probation for them or in the court system with them or what?
Yeah, yeah, I am.
Oh, really? Okay.
Um,
What's up with that?
you tell me what's up with that. It's just dragging its feet a little bit. Have a lawyer involved. There are some quirky things that happened that shouldn't have happened. But I think just my last DUI wouldn't have been so bad except for previous DUIs, put it that way. So just the
What are you
fact that
talking
they,
about? What do you mean it was really bad except for the previous DUI? I'll guess. The first DUI, you ran from the cops and they arrested you and threw you in jail. The second DUI, you drove your car into a
yeah.
pond.
Now, how about this? 3 DUIs over the course of 20 years. Nothing was as dramatic or, a DUI is a DUI. It is what it is. Did wrong, got in a car, drove. Nobody hurt, nothing like that. Okay. So it's not, yeah, I didn't flip cars. I didn't hit people. It just was, you just don't do it. This last DUI, really, I got pulled over. I wasn't even, let's put it this way, and this is going to sound worse coming out of my mouth than what I mean for it, okay?
Nothing was
There,
done before.
I
Go
know
ahead.
nobody, but if there was a night that I could have gotten picked up for a DUI, it probably should not have been that night, if
I
that
know. I
makes
hate it when they
sense.
do that. Go ahead.
Because I didn't put a blinker on, I got pulled over, and I did have alcohol on my breath and in my system, but it was like,
Those
so,
bastards.
but actually that's helpful because it wasn't as bad as it could have been, put it that way. But
I
nonetheless, over the course of the years and everything like that, I have tried to go to Alcoholics Anonymous, and going in person was just not my thing in the city that I'm in. It just was too judgmental, was not working for me. It was very, nothing against anybody who believes in this, but it was very religious based. And so coming to this meeting, doing it on my time,
Yeah.
and actually, I mean, I'm committed to having to come, but I come more than I'm committed to having to do because I enjoy it and it does keep me on track. And thank you, Jan, for making it all make sense to
Here,
me and
here's the
going through
thing.
the steps. And it's not necessarily religious based how it was
Yeah,
in
no, I get it.
before.
Some people
Taught
end
me
up, they go off a
to reach
cliff
my
with
brain.
AA. Some people
Yeah.
they go off a cliff with AA and they turn it into this kind of right-wing fundamentalist religious thing. And they're as crazy in AA as they were drinking. Here, what we try to do is get through, uh, that's why steps, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 are so important because they undo the machinery that keeps us strident.
Right. Well, I say this all the time. I can take these steps and use it for alcohol, obviously, but it's helped me approach other issues in my life that I probably couldn't take head on. So it's helped me with resentment and
When do you
taking
get off
accountability.
probation?
Pardon me?
When do you get
We're
off
working on
probation?
that right now. April?
April.
Yeah, I think.
A lot of times what happens to people when just about the time they get off probation, okay, they they decide they've just about had it with this group. And then they have a hard look at me and they decide I've just about had it with him too. And they leave AA and they just and then they end up in the bar. It happens a lot. So would something to see it as a potential roadblock ahead, and then you ask yourself, how how do I steer around that roadblock and not let my mind take control of me and crash me into the brick wall that shows up right after probation? Know what I'm talking about? Yeah, all right, cool. Glad you're here. Thanks for all your help too. Um, where are we here? Okay, Sam, you're up.
Hey, Jan Dog, my man. Bam, grateful alcoholic. First of all, I wanted to say happy birthday again.
Thank you.
You, sir, no, you, Jan Dog, are an inspiration to us all. You are our grandmaster. You are our Yoda. You bring wisdom. You bring experience to this group. You live by the 12 traditions. And that 12 step, I'm sorry, they have to put your face, like a picture of you, next to that, because
I
you're
think so.
giving back constantly to all of us, to anybody that wants to hear the message. And for that, sir, I'm so grateful for you. You are blessed in everything you do. And I hope to continue to be a part of your life as
All
you
right.
are part of our lives.
All right, Captain. Excellent. Naaman, you're up.
Hey, Naaman, grateful to be a recovering alcoholic. Um, uh, Congratulations and happy birthday on 47 years.
Thank you.
It's awesome. And ditto, like what Sam was saying, like what an inspiration. Um, I I've been was one of them people that are just plugging along, trying to be, sober myself. And this meeting is just like just a world of difference. It just my own understanding and feeling better. And what I kind of like Lisa, I'm supposed to do something once a week or something, but I enjoy this. This is like what I look forward to every day. I try to come every day, and I really appreciate you doing this. So
I see that too. I mean, I see you. You and Lisa, you do show up every day. It's so important, for us to get this giant ship of life turned around, going in the right direction, so we don't fall off the edge of the. I mean, I'm basically a flat earther. You keep going in the direction that we're going, you're going to fall off the edge of the earth. I'm just kidding about that. I don't really believe the earth is flat.
well, yeah.
Emily, go ahead.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yes, ma'am.
Congratulations. I'm so excited for you. What do they have to do? Custom make that chip?
Say what now?
Do they have to custom make that chip?
Yeah, they sent it off to the factory. It's gold. What's that black stone called? Onyx. Here it is. Gold, onyx, and silver. It's a no, I think it's stamped out at the where is it? It's just brass and plastic. It should be gold and onyx, but maybe on my 50th here. Can you see it? Here it is.
Sort of.
What's it
So do
say?
you,
You want to know what it says? What's it say on here, Mike? It says you know what it says? I can't see it in the front. It says something. Well, it's an
where are all
AH.
the rest of them? You have all your other ones still?
Yeah, somewheres. They're in the top drawer somewheres. I could wear a necklace with them or something. Very hip hop.
I only have one because I went to a few meetings locally and here in Savannah and didn't really like any of them. And like Lisa was saying, feel kind of clicky and judgy. And I'm just so grateful that I clicked on this Zoom meeting is the first one I clicked on.
Hmm.
And I'm just
Yeah,
so
we're not clicky
thankful.
here. There are hate clicks that form and they leave. I'm glad you're here. Welcome aboard. Uh,
Thank you.
Excellent. Let's see. Colin Joy's here. Oh, so hey, go ahead, brother. You're up.
Oh, I'm Ron. I'm alcoholic. No, thank you for the meeting. Previous sobriety has taught me that it really is about the 12 steps and working the 12 steps. Uh, Initially, you irritated me very much, I guess, because I was a unique alcoholic. And I thought, well, that SOB wasn't going to talk to me that way. I guess you thought I was a Zoom bomber or something. Uh, but no, it's the 3 years I was sober before, I probably got as far as I've already gotten just in 2 months. So,
Yeah.
and it's working in my life. And thank you, Lisa, for sharing. I too got a DUI pending. That's kind of what got me back. I was a train wreck waiting to happen, anyways. But my life is better when I'm sober.
Oh yeah, it's definitely better. I know everybody here working very, very hard in the same direction. We all hit that critical place. It's like, whoa. And then now we have this new critical mass where things turn in this direction of health recovery and letting the 12-step process work to change us so that we become this the person that we really want to be and not get hung up in in just bullshit. That's why we have Cat Friday, Dog Thursday to illustrate that point. So
No, what, congratulations on 1,700 and, or 17,155 days of
that
continuous.
was that what it is? How about
That's what it is.
that?
I
Like,
picked it up.
all right, thank you. Let's see. We got a couple new people here. Teresa, how about you? How did you like today's meeting? Jan to Teresa in Philadelphia. And, okay. Oh, Lori, hi, how are you? Oh, there you go. Teresa, how about you? How did you like it?
Hello.
Go ahead. Yeah, hi.
Hi. I'm Teresa from Philadelphia. Would you like to know?
How'd you like today's meeting?
I really enjoyed it. I messaged you. I would really like to. Sorry, my dog. I would like to come back. I tried to get in a few times, but I really. This is a really good meeting. I'm starting out again, and I think I really need something that's there daily and that you know what I mean. I need
I
a
totally
schedule
know
and
what you mean.
repetitiveness. Yeah.
Totally.
So if you'll have me back, I just need to know what the name of the
Well,
group is because I lost it.
of course, this is AA. Of course. Yeah. So here's the deal. I'll just put this up in chat
Okay.
right now. Here's the link to this meeting. Oh shit, that's not the link. Okay, I'll ask Sam, can you put the link up, please, to the meeting called Newcomer Slipper Step Workshop.
Okay.
Newcomer Slipper Step Workshop, Lori in Virginia, East Virginia, or Lori E in Virginia.
Hi, happy anniversary, Jen.
Thank you.
Congratulations. When I've never been a fan of in-person meetings. There's a couple that are good, but I haven't heard anywhere they talked about cats, but I've heard a lot of boyfriend, girlfriend, I mean, it was just
Oh yeah.
the point where I didn't want to go. And it took after 2 years I remember 2 years solid, I was still on step 6. And everybody
That, right?
you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to do them in a hurry. When I came on to this, when I first got sober, like 2 weeks after I got sober, I started looking online, and this was the second one I think I came in, and I knew right away the very first day that this is exactly what I needed. And yeah, you irritated the daylights out of me the first couple days too, but I've come to love you. You are exactly what I need. And you are an inspiration. So thank you so much for all you do.
Well, I love you too. I love everybody here. This is a very happy group, and working very hard, toward this, like I've often said, like an aircraft carrier turning around, heading back in the right direction. Aaron in Massachusetts, how did you like today's meeting, Aaron?
I enjoyed hearing your story. My story is a lot less interesting. But I think, a thing that everybody has in common is a story about, how you started drinking too much and what the stressors were. And, I think, I basically identify as agnostic, but I lost my spiritual way. Because of a number of stresses in my life, mostly involving my kids. But I don't have any good dramatic story about, DUIs or, being like a rock star or, earning a ton of money or anything.
Well, you have time, as this lady on Sunset Strip told me one day. I said, "Hi, I'm Jan Scott, star of radio and TV," and she looked at me and she said, here on the Sunset Strip, we are all stars. So you're a star already, and you're a rich person. You just haven't made it yet. But hey, listen, come for 5 days. Come for, if you want to. Come for if Naaman can come, you can come. Come for 5 days, which would be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Do you have a cat?
I do.
Yeah, bring your cat. Oh, where is he? Today's Cat Friday.
Well, he's somewhere in this house. I don't know where he is. It
They're
might be
always
with,
like that. But if you
it
keep
might be with
coming,
my son, but he often video bombs me, and
I love
some of
that part.
the other AA meetings I attend, he's
Here it's perfectly acceptable. When the cat video bombs the meeting here, everybody's like, "It's a cat! Yay!" Okay. I'm serious. Give like your cat's welcome. Do you have a dog?
I do, but I mean, I think
Thursday.
Your comment about rich is I am rich, and
Yeah, of course.
I lost my way, and that is what happened.
Yeah. Well,
So
keep coming. Hey, listen, if you want to come for 5 days. I'm serious. If you think you might like this meeting, just show up here. You'll see. Okay, we're done. Get everybody? Did I get everybody seen? Yes?
What
No?
about Chris in Arizona?
I don't know. Oh, Chris, how about you? Yeah, 845 days. Thank you.
Hi, my name is